Welcome to another spooky game review. I just recently played a game called September 7th, made by Imika Games. It's the same person that made the last game that I reviewed. I liked that one so much, I was like, hey, let's try out another one of theirs. And even after this one, I think I'm going to probably try and play all of the games that they've made so far, because they're pretty good, I'm not going to lie. This game was released on January 6th of 2023, so it's recent. Has a total of 1,098 reviews on Steam. It came out to a very positive overall rating, and you can get the game for $7. The description under the game, whenever you're going into Steam to buy it, is as follows. September 7th is a short horror game released for Christmas. The plot of the game is simple to the point of banality, and the game is not delayed. The game also contains some Easter eggs and mentions the game takes place in 2009. So not much in that other than, just letting you know it's a Christmas-based horror game. Let's do this. My initial reaction to the game was that it looked good, much like Summer of '58. It looked the same as far as graphics and everything like that, so it was good. I had high hopes going into it, considering who made it, and how much I liked the other game that I played by them. Speaking of the Easter eggs, there were a bunch of Easter eggs in this one that I found from Summer of '58. For example, there's like one part in it where the character you're playing as turns on YouTube and is watching someone live stream Summer of '58. There's some of the dolls, like the little rabbit doll is in this game. It's pretty cool. Cool couple little like callbacks to that game, which I personally really enjoyed. Oh, look at that little guy. That guy was in the other game! Are these all connected? As the game went on, I realized there wasn't much of a story here. I didn't read the description going into it, gonna be honest, and expected there to be some kind of a story, so I was a little disappointed at first. But as the game went on, I began to realize what it was, which is more of a get in the game, get scared, get out. After I realized that, I was like, okay, this is good. Like, this is a pretty good game. I can't be upset with it. You can definitely tell this was just like hey, let's put something out for the holidays. A little bit of horror mixed with Christmas. Throw this out for the people. So for what it actually is and what it was intended to be, they did a very, very good job. I think this was really like just, hey, I'm going to make something literally just scare you. Like, no story. There's nothing really going on here. There's not really much of a story. It's just you're going to get in and you're going to get scared and you're going to get out. The audio in this game was much like Summer of '58 in the respect of like things were just kind of running around, tapping on the walls, laughter, breathing, all that like same stuff, which you can expect. I mean, from the same developer, they're going to pull out some of the same tricks. But it wasn't like I was like, oh, this is old, maybe do something new. No, I liked it. I liked it just as much as I did in Summer of '58. I liked it just as much here in September 7th. So very, very good with the audio, and I'm glad to see that they kept with that trend and kept those attributes in this game as well. Take. I thought that was in my apartment. The actual space of the game, so where you're playing, it takes place in a little apartment. So the space is very small, and the space gets smaller as you play the game because you'll get locked into different rooms, and you'll kind of have to figure out the little puzzle that's in that room to move on to the next room. So that made it pretty fun. The puzzles weren't too easy, which was nice. You kind of had to like look around and figure it out. So for that, like I really respected it, and it kept me in the game. It wasn't really boring in any way. There were moments just like the other one where you're walking around and you're like, what's going on? And it's kind of just waiting for a trigger to happen to move on. But even still, with the audio and with the jump scares, kept it very spooky, and those moments were overshadowed, much like Summer 58. Those moments were very overshadowed by the next scare, the next thing happening. Cool. We just go check the tasks on the refrigerator. Where's the refrigerator? I can't sprint. Hey, cut that shit out. I'll bang. Creepy. Spooky. As far as pacing of the game, like I said, there wasn't really a story to it, so there wasn't terribly too much to pace. I will say it felt a little rushed and slow all at the same time. like I said, you have those moments where you're just waiting to trigger something or walk over something that triggers a scare in the game to move on to the next part. But pacing wise, you know, it was okay. It felt like you got in there and the scares just started happening. You know, you're just like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. So everything just kind of just started going off the rip. Thinking about Summer 58, it did the same thing, but because that had more of a story with it, it made more sense. With this, it didn't make as much sense, but still good. Like I said, it's a get in, get scared, get out, so I can't fault it too much there. Task from Dad 1. Straighten the sofa, wash the dishes, clean up the big room. The big room, oh, okay. Clean up the kitchen, take out the trash. Man, I got chores and a haunted doll. That's something. How do I... So the jump scares, again, it's what everybody loves. It's the reason we all play horror games. Jump scares were good. Just like their other game. Like, I will say this, the consistency by Emika Games is there, and I do really like that about this developer. They do a really, really good job at staying consistent with their games, with their jump scares. They got me. I think just about every jump scare got me. I don't think there was one that I was like, oh, they're okay. Like, no, I think every single one actually scared me, which made me really, really happy. So, yeah, jump scares, again, 10 out of 10 by them. Fantastic job. I highly recommend this developer to anyone. Like, so far, they're 2 for 2 on their games. There's more of them. I don't know how many more, but I'm definitely going to play more of them. Where's the light? Really, I truly am going through this right now. Oh. Overall, like I said, great game, great developer. They do a fantastic job with their games. I was disappointed at first, thinking there was going to be some kind of a story. That's my bad for not reading the description. They literally tell you before you even buy the game what you're getting into. And they're just like, hey, so get in, get out. Like, get your scares, have some fun, leave. That's it. If I would have read that going in, I would have been more prepared for it and would have been more okay with it at first. It took me until I finished the game, until I realized, like, oh, okay, I see what this is. So, again, my fault for not reading, but still, I got the intention eventually, and because I was finally able to understand it, made the game a lot of fun for me. So, again, not mad about it, now that I've played it, and I know it's really just like you pop in, get some good scares, and pop out. I appreciated it. I did like it. It scared me a few times. It was good. Well, that's that for another horror game review. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please consider giving a like and subscribe. If there's anything you're like, hey man, maybe touch on this kind of stuff, improve on this there, you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm new to this, and I enjoy making them. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.